Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. A while ago I did a top 5 palettes, like top 5 palettes that I really loved, that I really adore, and it turned out to be one of my favorite videos and also one of my more popular videos at the time. I thought it was time for an update, so that's why I'm doing one today. Some of these palettes I believe have stayed constant and other ones I've switched out, so these are going to be my top 5 favorite palettes of the moment, top 5 palettes that I love, that I stand by, that I adore. So if you want to see them, then of course keep on watching. I want to get through the first one that I have. This is one I already mentioned in my last video, and I've already talked about this in several videos lately, and this is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette. Nothing much to say about this except that if you are looking for a perfect matte eyeshadow palette, this one is for you. I use it very often. I love it. It is completely beautiful. Let me zoom you in. It has everything you need for a matte eyeshadow look and for eyeshadow looks in general. If you're looking for a good matte palette, this is probably one to try. The shades in here are amazing quality. They're creamy, they're blendable, they're soft, they're easy to use, and the packaging is kind of bomb. I love it. So this is what it looks like. It's a little bit worn out. This is the old packaging. They have a new one apparently now. So this is the first one I have to share with you. And then after that, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in that first video that I did or not, but this is the Modern Renaissance from Anastasia Beverly Hills. If you don't know about it, it is pretty much a warm toned red toned dream. This is what it looks like. As you can see, these are very red, very warm tones. This actually sparked a lot of trends when it first released. Anastasia Beverly Hills shadows are some of my favorite formulas on the market. I love their shade choice, I love their formula, I love the blendability, and this is no exception. It just works so well. I love it. I feel like it's a very cohesive palette. I tend to use Primavera a ton. I love this color. Burnt Orange is also one of my favorite transition colors, and I also love Red Ochre. So these three colors, if I had to choose 3 colors from this palette, I would choose these. And oh yeah, and I also love Relgar, this one right here. Then I have a controversial one. This is my controversial baby, my little rebel. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture. I mentioned this a few times when I got it, but this is your typical fall tone palette in my opinion. I feel like it's very fall. It is considered the sister of the Modern Renaissance. In my opinion, I don't see it. You know, I've mentioned this before in previous videos, but I love this palette as an individual palette. This is what it looks like. As you can see, it has a lot of these really easy fall tone colors. It looks fantastic. One of the things that really attracted me to this palette was actually the unique shade range. A lot of the colors in here I don't have in other palettes and in single form, and I love that. I love the fact that I can look at this palette and I'm like, these are some colors that I do not have that I think are unique, that work for me. There was quite a controversy about this palette being too softly pressed, or the eyeshadows in general being very crumbly and difficult to work with and muddy. And for me, I just feel like with these shade tones, you have to be very careful. In general, you have to know your color theory to use these because these are so different. Obviously, you can't mix like red with green and expect it to look beautiful effortlessly. You have to make sure that they have some degree of separation, otherwise it will look muddy. And when it comes to it being crumbly, for me personally, I find that my Lorac eyeshadows are very similar. Not as crumbly, but I still have to be careful with the Lorac eyeshadows when I use them because those can be pretty crumbly. These for me are similar in that way, so I don't really mind being careful with these, but I do notice me having to be a little bit more careful when I'm using this palette versus any other palette because these shades can be so pigmented, very pigmented, so it can really be easy to mess up if you go in really hard. So I think if you are willing to adapt to this palette, you might really like it. I personally love it. I love the shade range. I love what I've been able to do with this palette, and I haven't really had any major issues with this, which is why I'm including this in my video. We're going through pretty quickly, but this next palette is my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, and I love it. These are what the shades look like. However, if you do want to see a video with this palette, I actually have one on my channel where I swatched every single color, I discussed every single color, and I actually did a tutorial as well. There has been some controversy about this palette ever since it was released in Ulta when Morphe moved to Ulta. The packaging has improved greatly, so this is the old packaging, and people have been saying, oh yeah, like why didn't they release the better packaging right off the bat. Why did they release this crappy packaging? Personally, I think that this is better than most of Morphe's packaging. What?
Most of my packaging. I waited till the last second. I'm sorry, I like how this camera makes me look.
Oh my god.
Basically, this material, it gets dirty really easily. So just, yeah. Who wants to scrub their palette? Okay,
Well,
just
yeah.
move on.
So they have changed the packaging by having a different material on the palette in general, so it won't get as messy and as dirty as this is right now if you do get the new palette. And also on the back or on the inside, I can't remember, but I know that somewhere on the palette they have physically put on the shade names so you know what the shades are. So whereas before I had to like keep this card really handy, I had to keep it with me because otherwise I would not know the shade names. Now with the new palettes, they actually have the shade names on the actual palette, which is of course an improvement. So if you do want to get this palette, get it right now. I mean it's greatly improved, and I'm not sure if it's limited edition or not, so I mean I hope it's not. But if you do want to get it right now, know that it's going to be a lot more improved than this. But I saved the best for last, and this is quickly becoming one of my favorite palettes in my entire collection. This is the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette. I have the Masquerade Mini. The actual Juvia's Place Masquerade will be a lot larger, but this is what it looks like, and I love these colors so much. And the way I'm moving this palette, you know how much I love it. So I did a tutorial on this palette where I featured a lot of these colors, and then I've done a lot of other tutorials. Well, not a lot. I've done several other tutorials where I've mentioned this palette and I've used some of the colors in this palette. You can see by those videos that this palette is really up there in quality, and the pigmentation is there, it is right, and what's nice is that you don't get a lot of kickback or fallout. Unlike the Subculture palette from Anastasia, yes, it is very pigmented, but you do get some kickback from that. This, not the case. The colors are very smooth, blendable, you don't have to worry about them getting everywhere, and if you're looking for one palette to get out of this entire video, I would highly suggest either the Jaclyn Hill Morphe one, just because it has so many different colors and it is a really beautiful palette, or this one because... Why are you sniffing my eyeshadow?
So good on my nose because it's fallout.
So you basically poked your nose in my eyeshadow.
The eyeshadow went up my nose. And I sniffed, I inhaled. We need to go now, bye!
No,
I'm
not done.
I'm
not done.
But we need to eat.
To
we need to buy food.
I have to do a close-up.
Do a close-up.
I'm trying to.
Where's the camera? Do the close-up.
It's way too close.
Focus.
What the heck are you doing?
Focus.
Okay.
Focus right now. No, it has to focus. It has to focus.
Give it to me.
Right, it has to focus.
It's not, the lens won't focus if you do it that way.
Yes, it did. Oh, I know.
No, first of all, you're doing the close-up wrong.
Oh,
this is really terrible.
Look at that. It's focusing. Focus.
Give me. Okay. No. Okay. That's my sister Katya, by the way, if you don't know her. But
bitches.
Okay. This is the close-up.
Bitches.
Stop saying that.
That's what
Those are bad
Danielle
words.
says.
I don't care about Danielle.
You know what?
So yeah. And by the way, I wanted to mention this. I almost forgot to mention this. But my favorite color out of this entire palette.
Let me guess.
Okay, guess. How well do you know me?
I know it's not really gonna be like a bright one.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Fuck. I haven't swatched them. This one?
No.
This one?
No. Keep guessing.
I can't do this. This is too stressful. This one?
No.
This one?
No.
This one?
No.
Why am I pointing with my middle finger? This one?
You're flipping my viewers off.
This one?
No.
This one?
No.
Oh my god, this one?
No.
This one?
No.
This one?
No.
What? This one? This one?
No.
Oh my god!
There's like only one
This one?
left. No.
This one?
No.
Which one did I not choose? This one?
No.
This one?
No.
This one?
No.
This one?
No.
This one? I
No.
thought I'd do better.
There. Yeah, that one.
Wait, for real? That was the one I thought you liked the least.
No, okay, see, here's the reason. This is the reason why I like this one. Stop cursing.
Fuck.
This is one of my favorite highlighter colors because it is just so incredibly high impact and very reflective. What are you doing?
I hope you don't need this.
That is my math homework. Okay, this is, I mean, it is very difficult to do this color justice in a swatch, but just know that whenever I do an inner corner highlight with this color. It is seriously very high impact, very reflective, very beaming, and it just ties the entire look together. If you don't believe me, I will include some photos in which I did use that color as an inner corner highlight so you can see just how much I love it. So my sister wants to leave right now, and I really don't blame her because I've been sitting here for a while on my booty. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video featuring a surprise visit from my sister.
Get off my hand. I'm killing you right now.
And I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.
Bye, sisters. Subscribe,
Shut up.
bitches. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Girl, that school will be
Is the
like,
camera off?
oh yeah, I have good boobs. Ow! But they still go because they're plastic.
Can we do like a weird thumbnail?
We always do weird thumbnails. Wait. Okay, nose. Wait. Okay, we're done.